Did you put some fresh lime here? Or just the lime that was in here?
Just the line was in there.
Okay, that's fine. It's perfect. It's so, you mix water in here?
No,
You trying to get me drunk?
no, I'm not.
Okay.
Do you want me to get you drunk?
No, yes.
Okay, you gonna get drunk then. What?
Cause it's silly. Hey, hey, hey. All right, let's get started. It's Joycelyn Wells with Joy Exposed. It is Wednesday, April 22nd. 2020. Mm. It's Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. It's Joycelyn Wells with Joy Exposed. And I missed you guys last week because I was having a down week. The funny thing about having a down week last week is that I'm having a down week this week and I'm struggling this week. I am probably struggling more this week than I was last week, but because I missed last week, I have to show up this week. So, first things first, I am pleasure. I have to remind myself that I'm pleasure. And I have an awesome shirt that reminds me that I'm pleasure. I had it made by Stephanie Specialties. It's one of the kind of thoughts that I have when I'm in a good space. What can I do to facilitate or to maintain this good space? So I am pleasure. And I made a point to wear this today. So that's my first thing today. It's not even a cheer of joy, it's just a what I need to remember. So it's Wednesday, April 22nd, and I'm here with a glass of Corzo tequila. You guys know that I love that, and I got a bottle for tonight. Oh, hold on a second. I need to share this on my main page so that I can connect with those who aren't following me here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Damn it! I'm gonna get the hang of this at some point. It's a process. I need a team of people to remind me that I got stuff to do. Hold on, hold on. All right, let me share this on my page. Thanks for reminding me of that, babe.
Yep.
Silly shit. All right, it's shared. All right, it's Joycelyn Wells. Hey there, Stephanie. All right, it's Joycelyn Wells with Joy Exposed. It's Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. So, two significant things. The first thing I'm going to say before I start with the cheers of joy is happy birthday to my girlfriend Carla. It's her birthday. And I literally appreciate her birthday today because it gave me an opportunity to see light in the presence of the second thing. My girlfriend Carmen passed away last night, and that has been my darkness. That has been my darkness for several days. Because I felt her. She was connected to me. She was a part of me. And we shared intimately as friends do. And last night was the dimming of her light. The last night was she made her exodus from living to life, right? So she made that transition. So that was really hard for me. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. So I'll get started that way. So this is Joycelyn Wells with Joy Exposed. It's Wednesday, April 22nd. And cheers. Tonight I'm drinking Corzo tequila. And it is definitely a tequila night. I started drinking it earlier today, so I am a little bit twisted. So you guys bear with me because we have no idea what tonight will bring. There's no plan to the evening. So three cheers of joy. So three cheers of joy. First thing I'm going to be thankful for because I've been in so much darkness is living. I am grateful for living. I'm grateful for having an opportunity to wake up every day, in the middle of the day, at night, whenever I'm waking up. I'm grateful for that. So cheers to living. Cheers for being a part of this life. So cheers. My second cheer of joy is I missed last week and I had several people to reach out to me to ask how I was doing because I missed last week. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? I mean, we are in the middle of a fucking pandemic, so you may not think to ask someone that, but to know that people miss you, miss your presence, miss your podcast, miss your writing, miss your presence in their life, that was definitely a cheer of joy for me, because one of the things that we fail to understand is that the impact that we have on other people. So, cheers to having an impact on the lives of other people. This is my second cheer of joy. So, my first cheer of joy was living. My second cheer of joy was living too, right? So, they're both living. So, the first is um, just being able to understand the importance. And then the second is that people missing you and the significance that you have on your life. So, those are my on their lives. That's my second cheer of joy. So, my third cheer of joy would be recognizing how strong I am in the absence of people. Hey, Kim. So, recognizing how strong I am in the absence of people. And I think many of you may feel the same way. One of the things that I always struggle with is that when something traumatic hits me, I'm by myself. And I could really think of that as a negative. But what I've found myself thinking is that it's a positive, because when I think that I'm weak or I can't make it or I can't do it and I'm by myself and I have to face it, I'm strong as fuck. So when I'm in the absence of other people and I'm having to deal with situations, I find that I'm so much stronger. And maybe that's kind of a pat on the back or an atta girl. You're in the right place when knowing that you have to move along your path by yourself to be of God's purpose. So that's my third cheer of joy, is understanding that my being alone when I have to face adversity or when I have to face trauma or sadness, or maybe that's the thing that reminds me, as much as I'd like to be with someone or to hand my burden over to someone, I'm really okay on my own, right? So that's really, I've been thinking about that, and I'm whenever something happens, I'm in tears and I'm like, I'm by myself again. But is being by myself again really a bad thing? Probably not. It's probably that thing that reminds me that I'm okay on my own in the wilderness. I'm okay on my own along my path. And as great as it is to be with people and to share with people and to get them to understand how I'm feeling, I'm really okay on my own. So that's my third cheer of joy. So this is all brought to you by Corzo Tequila, my three cheers of joy. So welcome. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I missed last week. Last week I was not in a good place. And I have to admit to myself sometimes that I'm really in a fucked up space. I literally have to tell myself that and to be okay with it, because we want to put ourselves in the place that we're not affected, but I'm affected. And honestly, I was affected last week by my good girlfriend being in a space that she was limited in her abilities. I felt it. That's a part of who I am. The people who are in my life, I process them. I understand them. I feel them, because there aren't many people that get that from me. There's not a lot of people that get to share with me, and this has been traumatic. So tonight, I'm going to dedicate my Joy Exposed to my girlfriend Carmen. Her name is Carmen Hutchins, and she passed last night. So hold on a second. My niece just made a statement. She said, "Rest easy, cuz." Her name is Love Shanice. "Alone is better when dealing with things. If something is going on that annoys me, to be around people they want to hug or ask questions." My niece Bree made a comment, so thank you, sweetheart, for making that comment, and I appreciate it. And you're right. Sometimes you need to be by yourself, because when people are around you, they want to ask questions, and you don't want to ask you don't want to answer the questions. You just need to be in a space to understand who you are and why you are and what you're supposed to do next. So I totally agree with you, sweetheart. And I miss you. So my girlfriend passed away last night, and her name's Carmen Hutchins, and she and I had an amazing relationship, even the way that we connected. And I love her, and I've written about her in my books. I've shared about her, and she's like my ride or die. Like, we did so much shit together that when I was looking through the pictures to figure out which one to post as her rest easy post, I was literally like, oh, I can't post that because we was on some bullshit. And that is the truth. So, I just, I'll talk about her tonight, and I will, because I have to figure myself out in it. I am 50 years old, and I haven't experienced a lot of death, and I guess that's probably good. I haven't experienced a lot of death. I have a small family, and we tend to live forever. So I haven't. This is probably the person who was closest to me to pass away, and I'm still in the middle of processing it. But she did pass away last night, and she is from Marietta, and she is family, and she did not judge you, and whatever bullshit you were in, she was in it with you, and that was a big deal for me. And yes, honey, I love you too, and send me a picture of the babies, please. So it's a big deal, and I'm trying to figure. It's been difficult for me, and I've been working through this for like a week. And you guys know from listening to my show, I don't really cry a lot. I don't process a lot. I'm not an emotional person, but this is something that really held on to me, because when when she told me a year and a half ago how she was feeling and things that started to happen to her, I was literally like, girl, you need to do this, and girl, you need to do that, and girl. And now that I look back on it, I realized that at the time that she was telling me this, that she already knew that she was in the process of dying. I think that she knew she was in the process of dying, and she didn't. What I was asking of her was outside of where she was. And we have to be careful about placing our judgments on other people and thinking that they should do what we want them to do. We don't know. I've said it before. God doesn't give us the insight on other people. That's not something he allows. So we have to be very careful of that. And I was asking her questions. I was saying to her, you should do this and you should do this, and why didn't you do this, and da da da. I was doing that with her, and I realized now that she was in a space outside of where I could think. She had already transcended in a place that I was incapable of thinking. She was already there while I was trying to keep her where I could manage her. She had already transcended what I could see. And that's what we have to understand, is that people aren't necessarily where we are. Sometimes they're in a space outside of where we are. Sometimes they are already greater than what we can see. And that has been difficult for me to understand, because I'd like to be able to see people. I like to be able to give advice and understanding. And I love that. I love that God has given me the ability to see, but I also have to understand that he's given me the ability to recognize the things that I can't see and just to watch. And that's where she was. And that's a big deal. And she was my girl. We were thick as thieves, and we were into some bullshit. And I'm literally waiting for fuckers to come on Facebook and be like, y'all remember when y'all did this? And what happened when y'all did this? Because we were in some bullshit. Like, that's who we were. And it's so funny because she's younger than me. And the way that we started hanging out is that she and I were both in a place that we were hanging out and partying, but we got to where we would call each other in the middle of the night, 2, 3 in the morning, like, hey girl, what you doing? Where you at? Oh, I'm here. I'm here. Well, let's meet. And we would meet up at Steak and Shake on Paces Ferry and sit there and talk and laugh about shit we did separately. Separately. Like, not even we were together. We would just meet at the end of our night and just talk. And that's how we became friends. And we always say that we hijacked a friendship because we became friends in the presence of other people. And I loved her. Like, serious. It's my girl. It's so much shit that we did and we just understood about each other. And the thing is that there was no judgment, but there was difficulty in understanding how other people fit into the relationship that we shared. And that's the truth. How can other people fit into this space of unconditional love? What does that look like? And while I didn't want to necessarily share with other people, she didn't want to share me either. And that was hard because you guys know you have relationships that you're in every day. And it's hard to understand somebody you love loving somebody else or somebody loving them and not and wanting to protect them. And that's exactly what we did. That's exactly where we were. And one of the things about her is that she was such a good read of people. This is the thing that made us good friends. She was such a good read of people, but she couldn't read me, right? So she couldn't read me, and she tried to figure me out and to understand where I was and to understand what I was doing, but I wasn't in her scope of what she was capable of. I was outside of that, under, just a kind of pegging. So it was difficult, and we that was a place that we struggled, and it's okay. We understood it and we respected it, and we had a good time. Like, she was, but it didn't matter what kind of bullshit I was in. It didn't matter what kind of bullshit she was in. We were in there together. Like, this what we finna do? All right, let's come out on the other side. Fuck it. Let's do it. And if you girlfriends know when shit go left, you be like, we here to you give each other the look. We here? Okay, we got it. We get through that shit and we keep it moving. And it doesn't have to be a conversation about it. And that's who she was. And she's from Marietta. She's hometown, and she was my girl. And she was younger. So to say goodbye and to think back on our last conversation and to think about the things that she said and the tone of her voice, she knew what it was. And she was protecting me. She already knew, and she was protecting me and what was going on. That's her to the end. She's going to protect everybody around her. And that's real. Like, that's real shit. She was protecting me in that shit. And I think back on that conversation. I don't know that I would have said anything different. I don't know that I could have said anything different. All I know is that when I got off the phone, I knew that she was okay. I was fine with our conversation. I didn't know that she knew she was dying. That's one thing I didn't know. I didn't know that she knew. And that's my own selfish self, I guess. But when I look back on it, it was her saying, this is the reason I'm calling, and these are the things I want to talk about. And that is real. Like, that is some real shit. And that is my girl. She is my girl. And she has transcended. And good for her. Good for her for chalking up the deuces. Like, I'm out this bitch. Like, good for her for being confident and bold enough to be like, I'm out of here. Like, I've done what I'm gonna do. I came, I served. I'm out this bitch. Good for her. I hope that I can be as bold to say I'm out this bitch. Good. I'm so proud of her to be able to do that. This is a tough moment and I'm struggling. I don't even cry. Like I literally don't. I I can't even remember the last time I shed tears, and this is some real shit for me. This is some real shit for me. Like, I'm like, oh my God, my motherfucker is out. The person that I can call and be like, yo, blah, 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 blah. And she say, all right, I'm ready. Is out, like done. Like, I can't even, that don't even make sense to me. But that's what it is. So rest easy, Carmen. Bitch, cheers to your ass. Cheers. You pulled a motherfucking hoop on our ass. You got out this bitch. Good for you. Cheers to Carmen. Cheers. Carmen, rest easy. You my motherfucker. Like, I got hella stories. I'm gonna write so many books about your ass. She already know. I already wrote about her. She already know. I already wrote some shit about her. Rest in peace. Shit. There's some real shit for me. Like, this is heartfelt for me. Like, damn, she is the person. She is that one. Cheers to Carmen. So tonight, everything I may make reference back and forth to my motherfucking Carmen Hutchins. I may make reference because she is. We had a lot of fun together, and she was strong and smart and damn sassy and sexy and free spirited and Jesus and honest. Like, that's who she was. And cheers to her. Last night she transitioned and good for her. She made it to the end of the race. And if you guys have listened to my podcast, you guys know I always say the greatest gift of living is dying. And tonight I'm going to change it and say the greatest gift of living, the greatest gift of life is living. The second greatest gift is dying. Like, and she lived and she had an amazing time. And we saw parts of the world together and we laughed and we cried and we argued and we fought and we laughed and we loved and we shared and we looked at each other crazy. But that was my motherfucker, like, for life. Like, that's who she is. And I'm gonna miss her forever. I'm gonna miss. I missed before today. I miss the way we interacted. I feel like she knew where she was, and I feel like she knew what was going on when she stopped hanging out and doing and going and being. And I'm gonna miss her more. I'm literally gonna miss her more. So rest easy, Carmen. I am very grateful. I'm very happy for the fact that we had this friendship. Thank you. Thank you for showing me. Thank you. So I'm drinking Corzo tequila tonight. What are you guys drinking? We're going to move on a little bit to our three cheers of joy. I'll probably come back to talking about Carmen because she is mine. Her thoughts are mine. And I have a celebration tonight. So we'll talk about that too. So let me go to a couple of Facebook posts of the week. So first off, a Facebook post of the week that I remember that I just was spazzing the fuck out about. And maybe you guys said that there was an idea that a man had a vasectomy before he got married. Then he didn't tell his wife. But then the wife cheated and then she got pregnant. So the man is pissed off. And I was like, that's an annulment. Fuck him. Nigga should have told you up front he was already had a vasectomy. That was a whole big deal. So it spawned a discussion of what does it look like or why um why the man not disclosing the vasectomy was the issue and not the woman cheating. Because the men, of course, think the woman cheated, that was the problem. But when you're going into a marriage, you can't disclose the fact that you've had a vasectomy. You can't disclose the fact anything about you that affects the future. So it's an annulment. So you're just kind of like, whatever. That was crazy. So that was a crazy ass conversation. And if you see that, just be like, annulment. Don't even comment on that shit. It's dumb. My second favorite post of the week was about it was a meme that said, a lady said, I do hair, nails, and makeup every day except Sunday. This virus has business booming. So somebody said, where are you from? I need my hair done. She said, Virginia Beach. I'm a mortician. Want an appointment? Keep going outside. So that's back to our coronavirus, right? So you guys don't get caught up in thinking this virus is going away. That's crazy as fuck. Like, you can't be going outside getting caught up in some bullshit and risk catching the virus. I know there are many states in the process of reopening, and you do what you need to do, but you keep in mind that there are people around you that are subject to being contaminated because you've been outside. So keep that in mind, right? That's a big deal. This virus, it's a fucking virus. And what a virus loves a host. Whatever the host, it doesn't give a fuck with the host. A human host, great host. A virus loves a host. So don't get caught up outside on some bullshit because somebody's reopening something. I think in 4 weeks, because that's how long it's been, we've learned how to pluck our own chin. My favorite tool is the tweezers. My chin be growing so much fucking hair, and that could be because I'm in a pop. My chin grows so much hair. I'll be plucking that shit all the time. My favorite tool. I do my own fingernails. I do my own toes. Right? So we can't get caught up in thinking that we're relying on somebody else to take care of the things that are within reach for us, especially if it's subjecting us to coronavirus and people around us. So I know that Georgia is opening on Friday. Florida is talking about it. Texas, all different states talking about coming back alive and opening these businesses. But you guys have to decide for yourself what's the level of risk that you want. And if you're okay with the level of risk, you know what? Go for it. But death is real. I'm telling you firsthand, death is real. And I'm not going to get caught up in somebody else's shit because I want to get my nails done or I need to get my eyebrows tweezed. Who gives a fuck? I don't think it's a man out there that said, I'm not talking to her because her eyebrows bushy. Niggas don't give a fuck. I ain't talking to her because she ain't got no fake nails on. Men don't care about that shit. Men want to know if you clean, if you smell good, if your pussy tastes good. Those are essential things that men care about. And none of that got nothing to do with the beauty supply store, the nail shop. Men don't care about that shit. I'm sorry. I hate to be the one to break that. And I know we're in the middle of a epidemic. Or, excuse me, pandemic. I know we are. Men don't care about that shit. Men want to know when they see a woman, is she crazy? That's the first thing. But not is she crazy? What's her level of crazy? Because they all accept that we are somewhat crazy. So they want to know, what's her level of crazy? Am I capable of her level of crazy? Is she clean? What her pussy smell like? That's it. Now, I don't know how many men listening to me talk right now, but if anybody has a problem with that, comment. Tell me y'all looking for something else. But I guarantee you, that's the shit that men care about. Literally. Level of crazy. Is she clean? And how pussy tastes. That's it. That not even they ain't even worried about how the pussy smell. They worry about how it tastes. Cause if they can get to it to taste it, they okay with that. If they taste it, it don't smell bad. So that ain't their concern. They worried about the taste of it. So I'm just letting you guys know. So while you out there putting yourself at risk for whatever reason, that ain't even a thing to get the man's attention. And keep in mind that we all get to an age where going to the salon isn't an option. Nails done isn't an option. They don't care about that shit. They literally don't care about that shit. So just thought I'd put that out there. So while you guys are going out and going to the salons and trying to do this thing, keep in mind death is a real shit. Death is real. And you don't want to die, then don't put yourself in a position to die. You don't have to, then don't. Wear your mask. Same rules apply from day one. Don't touch your mouth. Don't touch your eyes. Those are the same rules that still apply. There's nothing new about that. You have to maintain your own safety. You have this virus that loves a good host. This is the virus that loves a good host. As long as you provide a host, it will thrive. No big deal. Also have to do with the fact that our president and governors are thinking about the economy, how the government and president think about the economy. They're thinking money. Now keep in mind, as long as they're making money, it doesn't matter how many fucking people die. Nobody cares how many people dies if the money's coming in. It's just death. It's no big deal. It matters to us because it's personal. People next to us dying. But to making money for other people, it shit doesn't matter. So let me see. Jason said, "You right. How could she? Is she crazy? Crazy? Is she crazy? That's what we want to know. Have some eyebrows and nails." I know, Jason. I know. That's the thing. How crazy is she? That's what men want to know. They ain't worried about that shit. But we have a tendency to think that you go in and you do all this stuff, put yourself at risk, and you go do this. You go hang out with your male that want to hang out with your guy friend after you're all primed and proper. He want to know, shit, you been in 14 days isolation? Who the fuck you been around? You bringing that shit around me? And I got to be around my kids. I got to be around this. I got to. People, that's a big deal. Faceless Love is coming to see me today. So he was coming down to see me. And he was talking to his son. And you know, he and I, Faceless Love and I love each other. And we love to be together. And he and I spend a lot of time together as we can. Hey, I spend as much time as we can. And we love being together. He was telling his son, hey, make sure you have what you need because I'm going out of town. And it's his son. And his son was like, where you going? He was like, I'm going to see Miss Joycelyn. I miss Joycelyn. To the kids, it's Joycelyn. To you guys, I'm Joycelyn with Joy Exposed. So keep in mind. Anyway, so he said, I'm going to see Miss Joycelyn. And his son was like, I thought y'all was supposed to be social distancing. He was like, we are social distancing. And his son was like, well, you know where she been? Like, it's a big deal. People are paying attention to, like, what the fuck are you bringing around me? And this is from the babies. And he's 18. He's 19. So, is he 19, babe? He's 19. He's 19 trying to figure out, like, don't be bringing no shit up in here because you trying to go hang out with your boo. So that's a big thing. We want to dismiss it, but we got to think about the kids, the people who are closest to us. And I think about that too. who am I taking home with me, and who is he taking home with him? I've got to protect them. They're my kids too. So we all have to be aware of that. So it doesn't matter what you're thinking and that you want to do this prim and proper and get all jazzed up. Shit, if you're going to put somebody at risk of death, don't do that shit. I'm just saying. So stay focused. Get away from that shit. I love you. You love me too. Okay. So anyway, so I'm just, that was one of my Facebook posts of the week. Let's see. I saved a couple and I missed last week, so that kind of put me in a position, a different space because I missed some shit. I don't want to read that one tonight. Let me see what else. I think I'll just spend a couple minutes talking about the social distancing and the virus. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm struggling. Like, are you guys struggling with this shit? Like, I don't know. Sheila, you saw Faceless Love? Where'd you see him? Sheila Moore says she saw Faceless Love. Where'd you see him? Anyway, whatever. I think for you, I don't know about you guys, but I'm struggling in this pandemic. Like, I'm having a hard time working from home. I'm having a hard time caring. I'm literally having a hard time. This is me. And I'm going to have to figure out how to get through it. And I know that it won't last forever, but I have to try to find some goodness in it, some pleasure in it, right? I got to find some pleasure in it. Like, what is the good thing that's supposed to happen? I haven't written anything. I haven't been inspired to write. I haven't wanted to anything, and I'm struggling with this. And maybe you guys are too. Um I cannot figure it out. So what? You want to come on camera? You not? He's my face love. We social distancing. He's camera shy. Oh, they saw your head. You popping up. See? Yep. He camera shy. He trying to protect his job. We need him to keep working. So force him on that issue. But anyway, oh, Sheila said next to you. He is right here next to me. He right here. He trying to keep his job because he know I be on some bullshit. Don't you think that's funny? Like you, it's like he has a job that's top security. Like top security, he can get a call to be on the line with the president, but he with me on some bullshit. Bless his heart. And I can't stop being about my bullshit because that's what I'm about, bullshit. So, but he's right here. He's a sweetie. Anyway, so we have to kind of I got to figure out Kim. Yeah, Kim said it's getting difficult. You understand? Like this shit is getting difficult. I'm worried about my students. Who teaching them? Their parents loving them? Are they touching them? Are they hugging them? Are they reminding them that they're great? Dude, I'm struggling like a motherfucker with this shit. This is hard for me. This social distancing, this pandemic. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out what to do. And emotion, I've been so stuck. And the problem, I think one of the things that gives me understanding is that I find different series to kind of binge watch because when I'm watching something, I can kind of lay in place and not do anything. And that's exactly what it does. Holds me hostage, holds me in place, and lets me sit there and not, and not do anything. So that's a big deal for me. So that's the end of my Facebook post of the week. So also, oh, let me say this. So I don't have it with me. I didn't bring it. I forgot it because I'm at my mom's. You guys know I'm at my mom's whenever there's a leopard print behind me because my mom is big on leopard print. Whenever I'm here, um, this is where I am now. So Stephanie's Specialties is offering a special of 20% off her Yetis, her Steffies, which are like Yetis, and she's offering 20% off for the design choice. So if you're interested, you can contact Stephanie's Specialties. I'm gonna put it on here at Stephanie's. Been drinking, so I hope I spelled that right. At Stephanie's Specialties. Stephanie's Specialties. Get you put your name on it. Designs. Yeah, you can get names or whatever you want. She can do that for you. I'm gonna type her name here, so if I spell it because she might come to me on the right. Yeah, there she is. She's the one that you can contact for 20% off. Customized Steffi's like a Yeti. I'm getting to that, but yeah, so I've been drinking too much. What? What? You got me off kilter. Come on, don't stop. Come on. So anyway, I send it on there. So 20% off Steffi's, and I tagged her in it. So they're the insulated cups that you can get however you want, and she has a Mother's Day special on her name on it. So contact her and get you one. So that's awesome. So I have a couple, and I love them. So whatever design you want. The other thing I'm gonna continue is that I can't leave out my girlfriend Carla. It's her birthday. She's 52. So Carla is celebrating her birthday today, and I made a post on my Facebook. She is another amazing friend. So these are two really good girlfriends for me. I think Carla was raised in a family of guys. Her parent and her brothers, and she's even as hell. Like she's so non-judgmental. I think one of the things that stands out about me with Carla is that whatever you want to do is what will happen. Like she doesn't there's no judgment in it. I remember going to Jamaica with her and a group of women, and we were together, and I told her, I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to have a different husband every day of the week." Every no, I'm going to have a different husband every day of the week. And she was like, "That's great." Yeah. Let me see it. You're not looking? All right. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you. And see, sometimes the so I sometimes I get choppy, and I'm trying to figure out how I can make sure that I'm not going to um lose the feed around, and I hate to end it quite done, but I don't want to I don't want to get choppy that you don't want to that I missed the information. So I was saying it's Carla's birthday, and is a real. She grew up in a family of brothers. Come on, mom, you want to come get her? What are you doing? My mom is here. I'm trying to get her to come say hi. Hi. Come on. What you doing? You just gonna stand there and look pretty? They can't see that. You just gonna stand there and look pretty? I'm trying to get my mom to come say hi. She's trying to fix her something. I don't know. Look, think you're being 50 and your mom is like, here she comes.
I should have put on lipstick.
Me too. I didn't put any lipstick either.
Hi.
So here's my mom.
Hello, family.
Yeah, so this is my mom. This is her first time. She's.
No.
It's not your first time?
Remember I was in
Oh,
the
you
station.
were. That was like a year ago. It was. So this isn't her first time. It's her second time. So my mom and I were talking earlier.
Oh my God.
She reminded me. My mom was talking. We were talking earlier, and my mom is 68.
You didn't have to tell her.
But I'm 50. I mean, I'm open about it.
I might have been.
Oh, not younger than
61.
that. 11 when you had birth, when you gave birth? She was not. 18. That was the legal age of delivery. So even if she was seeing, would claim 18. Okay. So she's 8. Oh, yeah, you just turned 18 in July. Anyway, so we were talking about women in her generation and their thoughts on enjoying sex and orgasms.
Okay, goodbye. Okay.
So negative because one of the things that I hold true to is that I grew up with the moxie.
And she still is.
She is. Yeah. She's hella sexual, very sensual. That was something about her that was intimidating because when you grow up in your regular self, you don't understand the importance of being sexy. But when you grow up with a mom who's ultra sexy, a little bitty waist,
big old booty,
big old booty, aware of her presence, that's intimidating. But as I've gotten older, I've realized that while she was able to embrace, it was almost like shattering a wall of other women in her generation because she kind of stepped out of, I know who I am. I know that I'm beautiful. I know that I'm sexy. I know that I can have pleasure. I know. That was because we were talking to one of your friends who don't know that.
True.
Yeah. So we still have women now who think that having an orgasm, having pleasure, experiencing pleasure is an option.
We still have women who think that we're just doing it for the man.
That's fucked
and
up.
that ain't.
And that's messed up. So I mean, so we have to think about the difference. If you think about like mom, me, my daughters, that's really a huge gap in communications because the daughters think that whatever they do, they're doing it for them. So there's really a change in that thought process, that growth. We might have to do that together with all of us. But I think so. At 50, I told my mom a month ago that I was spending the weekend with Faceless Love. And then I came to see her. She had me like a whole trousseau of lingerie.
Oh.
That I'm supposed to wear for Faceless Love. Like this is how you know my mom is like ultra aware of her power as a woman. That she like, I know how important it is to be there.
So did you wear it?
I wore it on the video. You see?
Oh. Whoa.
But Faceless Love, you gotta think he in a generation where he just want naked.
But what do you want?
Naked.
It.
I want pleasure.
It.
so this is how I grew up. Like with a woman who's ultra aware of herself and her power. And it was intimidating. So I'm at her house. Bizarre.
It's classic.
It is classic.
It doesn't go out of style.
It is. It doesn't go out of style.
And it sets a tone.
It sets a tone. What does it set the tone for?
It says,
I love it. My yeah. We have so much fun. Like I just know because I've told you guys before. I've always been ultra serious. So she's been like super sexy, and I'm like mini president. She's like I'm president. She Marilyn Monroe. This is it. So then when I got older, I realized I'm a little bit Marilyn Monroe too. I mean, look at us. I got on a full t-shirt. Look at her. I'm like, look. I feel like I want to take my shirt off just to be like. So I think it's funny, and she's just amazing. And we set up talking about orgasms and relationships and dating, and she's like, you want to date, right?
Of course, I want to date.
She wants to date. Like she wants to date. So anybody looking, and like, what's the youngest? Well, no, don't even say the youngest. What's the level of bullshit you want to tolerate?
I don't deal with bullshit.
No bullshit. And now what's the youngest? 35, 40?
51.
50? Older than... No bullshit, but older than me. So 51, no bullshit. She want to date. She want to hang out. She want to travel. And she's single. And, nothing wrong. Let me see. Oh, I wish I had that with my mother. Y'all are a trip.
This camera.
Yeah, this is... And this is like, we good.
Yeah, this is for the camera.
Yeah, so... But you know what? It's just... And I think it took us time. I think I was talking about this earlier because my oldest daughter is 26 and she did shit that I was like biting my knuckles, and I'm sure I did shit and she was biting her knuckles, but I was telling her like if you could have saw her you would have been like that's my motherfucker right there, because I think it's the fear in our parents because they don't know what's going to happen. You think the fear that your parents have of the freedom that we have that keeps them holding on to you and not understand we're gonna be okay. I was probably the most shocking because I didn't start losing my shit till I was in my late 30s. If I had lost my shit early, she would have been like, "Oh, it's all right." But I was like late 30s, married with three, like, "But you tripping?"
Oh hell.
She, what you say, Mom?
I said, oh hell. Oh, let me keep it wrong.
she knew that, do grow up. So I didn't go through it. 23, 20. I didn't go through it. I was a late bloomer. But when I bloomed, bitch.
It was a blossom. It was a blossom.
When I bloomed, it was on and popping. And everybody was afraid because they're like, And I think, they're still, I think, probably, finally, everybody's like, oh, she's okay. She's fine. She's going to be okay now. But you think from 30, 36, 37 to 50, we're talking about a process of years when it was like, I can't believe this is happening. But it had to happen. And, at the same time, I always say that my mom, we grew up together. what she's doing is as much as I'm growing. And when she finally thought she was not growing anymore, she realized, fuck, I got to get it together because we still growing. She realized I still got shit to do. She ain't finished. So, we have to recognize that as parents, that when our kids stop growing or we get into a groove, and unfortunately, I wasn't until my late 30s, almost 40, when I kind of hit that stride, and she realized that meant some extra shit for her. So, but it's okay. We live.
Oh yeah, we good.
We good. We gravy.
Everybody's safe.
Everybody's safe. We're gonna keep safe.
Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy. We ain't hurt
God
nobody.
answer my prayers. God answer my prayers.
Prayers answered, So it's all good, right? So, and I got faceless love. I never been to my house but faceless love. We're talking about 1985, 86. I didn't graduate. No, after that, 88. In 1988. And he's back. It's so crazy. We should have just kept him. We couldn't have kept him?
It wouldn't have worked.
We had to wait for him to grow up.
We both had to grow.
Me.
We both had to grow.
We had to grow up so we could get right. Yeah. So now he's back. I'm digging it. Come see my mom and more my girlfriend Carmen. Because she knows. My mom knows I don't really give a fuck about much. It's something that was a big deal for me. So I had to come and get me some love here and to know that I was okay.
Okay, come
What
talk
you
to
gonna
you.
eat?
Talk to you, people.
What you gonna eat now?
Nothing. I'm not hungry.
What you stomach out for?
Like, talk to you, audience. Talk to your audience.
Okay, I'm sorry. Lord have mercy. This is hilarious. Anyway, so I don't even know what I was talking about.
That's not Carmen.
Oh yeah. No, I had to come and get me some love from my mom, and I had to get some love from my faceless love because I'm struggling. I know I come out, y'all see me, and I'm like, I got it together.
Mm-hmm.
But man, this shit got me weak as a motherfucker. Like, I'm literally like, somebody got to help me through this. And that's the thing that really gets me is like, I'm always by myself when the bullshit happens, when the stuff happens. But like I said earlier, it's God's way of reminding me that I'm okay by myself. That's how He needs me. He needs me to respond in a crisis, in a situation by myself. It doesn't require anybody else. And I have to respond. God is independent of anybody else. It's literally independent of anything else, anybody else. And that's how we have to think about it. I talked to my girlfriend today, Angela, and she asked me how I was doing. And I said, I'm fine. Like, anybody who said, how are you? I'm like, I'm fine. I know that you guys are so close. How are you? I'm fine. Because why wouldn't I be fine? Why, like, literally, why wouldn't I be fine? Why wouldn't I recognize the importance of Carmen's journey and her contribution to this earth? Why wouldn't I recognize that when my relationship with God is so permanent, so succinct, so I understand it so well, and I recognize it. So it's a big deal for me. And it's my sister calling my mom. She's a hater. How would? Why wouldn't I recognize the importance of my relationship with God? What our individual relationships mean to Him, and what He calls us. And if the greatest gift of living is if the greatest gift of life is living, and the second greatest is dying, how can I question that? And how can I be on my purpose and waiting for Him to call me and to second guess Him? So this is Joycelyn Wells with Joy Exposed. This
And
is my mom, Joyce. She joined me tonight. Thank you, Mom. That's a big deal.
my pleasure.
I'm gonna need her. This is my faceless love. He over here. He already showed his face a little bit.
Did it?
He's shy. He ain't really high. He's just trying to keep his job.
Keep your job, baby.
Keep your job, baby. He's just trying to keep his job.
That's right. Keep your
And
job.
I appreciate him, just in case I lose mine. But anyway, it's Joycelyn Wells, and I see you guys next week. And as always, when joy is exposed, everything just feels better. See you next time. Bye.